Freelance iOS developer, how much does it cost? Developer. A freelance iOS developer is a self-employed professional who specializes in creating, maintaining, and optimizing mobile applications for the iOS platform. These developers typically work independently or as part of a small team, offering their services to clients who require custom iOS app development, updates, or maintenance. Here's a detailed breakdown of what it means to be a freelance iOS developer. 1. Proficiency in Swift programming language. Swift is the primary programming language used for iOS app development. A freelance iOS developer has a deep understanding of Swift syntax, features, and best practices. They are skilled in writing clean, efficient, and maintainable code using Swift and are familiar with concepts such as optionals, closures, generics, and error handling. 2. Experience with iOS SDK and frameworks. Freelance iOS developers are well versed in the iOS Software Development Kit, SDK, and commonly used frameworks for building iOS apps. This includes UIKit for building user interfaces, Core Data for data persistence, Core Animation for animations and visual effects, and other frameworks for networking, multimedia, and location services. 3. Knowledge of iOS app development tools. iOS developers use a variety of tools and software to develop, debug, and deploy iOS apps. These tools include Xcode, Apple's integrated development environment, IDE, for iOS development, as well as Interface Builder for designing user interfaces, Instruments for performance analysis, and XC-Test for unit testing. 4. Design and user experience, UX, skills. Freelance iOS developers have an understanding of design principles and user experience, UX, considerations for mobile apps. They collaborate with designers to implement user interfaces that are intuitive, visually appealing, and responsive across different iOS devices and screen sizes. 5. App Store guidelines and submission process. Freelance iOS developers are familiar with the App Store review guidelines and the app submission process for publishing apps to the App Store. They ensure that apps comply with Apple's guidelines, handle app provisioning, code signing, and App Store distribution, and navigate the app review and approval process. 6. Testing and quality assurance. Freelance iOS developers conduct testing and quality assurance to identify and fix bugs, ensure app functionality, and optimize performance. They write unit tests, perform manual testing on different iOS devices and configurations, and use tools like XC-Test and Xcode's built-in debugging tools to diagnose and resolve issues. 7. Client communication and project management. As freelancers, iOS developers communicate with clients, gather requirements, provide project estimates, and manage projects from start to finish. They maintain regular communication with clients, provide progress updates, gather feedback, and ensure client satisfaction throughout the development process. 8. Continuous learning and adaptability. Technology is constantly evolving, and freelance iOS developers stay updated with the latest trends, tools, and techniques in iOS app development. They invest time in learning new frameworks, exploring emerging technologies, attending conferences, and participating in online communities to enhance their skills and stay competitive in the marketplace. Overall, freelance iOS developers play a crucial role in helping businesses and organizations create high-quality iOS apps that meet the needs of their users and drive business success. They leverage their expertise in Swift programming, iOS development tools, and App Store guidelines to deliver impactful apps that delight users and achieve their clients' objectives.